Hey guys, Biscuits here from Biscuits Total War, giving you a 3 versus 3 online commentary 31k rules battle. And I'm actually playing alongside, I've got Beast of the Titans clan, and we've got Cleo Minus, or Cleo from the Greek clan. And us three will be battling against, we've got Hannibal Barker of the King's clan, we've got Conan, who is one of the founders of the Brotherhood clan, and then we've got a relatively new guy, I believe, which is HBG clan, which is a relatively new clan, and his name is RNK is Glamorous. He's playing as the Brutii, Conan's playing as the Julii, and we've got Hannibal Barker playing as the Senate, the SPQR. So when we did this battle, both myself, Cleo and Beast were actually all talking to one another on Steam chat, and we were joking saying who's going to use Thrace. It was either going to be myself or it was going to be Beast or Cleo, and we decided that Cleo would pick up the challenge and use the Thrace faction. Now for you guys who don't know, Thrace is a pretty shoddy faction in all honesty. It's like bringing a chocolate kettle. It's pretty useless. I don't really know the benefits of bringing Thrace, apart from that the opposition gets a lot of kill counts because your guys are just pretty rubbish in all honesty. But the one good thing about Thrace is that you can actually max out on the upgrades, because the units are so rubbish, they're so poor. You can basically get like 3 chevrons, gold, and still have money to play about with. So we have a look at Cleo's build. What it's gone for is 18 pikemen and 2 armoured generals. Now I'm not sure what he's going to try and do. It's probably just going to hold the ground. That's all he can really do, is hold. He can't really attack with these pikes, because if he does that, his guys will get munched up. He's got a couple of armoured generals which would be pretty good about chasing down units, attacking urbans which are in loose formation, but apart from that, that's pretty much all it can really do. Let's have a look at Beast's builds. Now Beast usually brings a standard build when he's using 31k for Rome, and he has brought a standard build which consists of 14 urbans, gold, and 6 Praetorian Cav gold. Now if you do that, that's going to leave you a bit of extra money. The extra money can either give you 2 chevrons, so you can have a chevron on your Cav, a chevron on one of your urbans, or 2 on your urbans and 2 on your Cav, depending on what you do. He always puts 2 chevron upgrades on his general, so it basically means that the strongest unit he's got is going to be his general unit. So everything else is gold, apart from his general, which is gold with 2 chevrons. And he's deployed his units over on this side here to support Cleo, because Cleo is going to be really vulnerable. If these guys decide to rush him, his guys are going to get absolutely slaughtered. Now I've stationed my guys over here, and what have I gone for? Well, I've gone for my standard build, which consists of 5 Praetorian Cav, 14 urbans and 1 legendary first cohort, put into my standard 3 units build. So I've got my one wing here, my central build, and my other wing here to try and help me engulf and surround the opposition. Now I was trying to think what was going to happen. We were guessing that either myself or Cleo was going to get rushed. They're probably going to attack on one of these sides, so I thought if they were going to rush Cleo, then what I was going to do was that I was going to rush my opponent, which is Hannibal Barker, and I was kind of hoping that he wasn't stationed down here, because if he was, by the time I rushed him, he would have actually met up with his opponents here. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if I can try and rush Hannibal. So let's just pause it for 2 seconds. So the good news is that the opposition, both HBG and Conan, they're pretty close together, and it looks like Hannibal Barker, he's been separated, so it looks like he can go in for a Cav charge or can go in for a rush. If we just quickly outline Hannibal Barker's build, he's brought 6 Praetorian Cav, 12 urbans, 1 legendary first cohort and 1 archer. So it's practically the same build as myself, but he's got 1 extra Cav unit and 1 archer unit. And then if we have a look at Conan's build, Conan has gone for 10 urbans, 2 of which are on loose formation, and he's got his legendary first cohort here. So that's going to basically act as a holding force. And then he's got 3 archers, which he's going to use to basically slaughter these pike units, because these pike units have got tiny shields. You don't have to go around the side to shoot them, or around the back. You can shoot them in the front, because these little shields, as you can see, they're basically the size of my dinner plate. They're not going to do too much damage. They're not going to hold off too many arrows. And he's got 1 general in an armoured general, which you can use to attack any loose formation troops. And then he's got his Praetorian Cav. And then we have, lastly, we've got the Brutii player, HBG clan, who has brought 6 Cav, 13 urbans on 1 first legendary cohort. So I'd say the opposition have got the upper hand, because they've got 3 Rome factions. We've only got 2 Rome factions and Cleo. But we have got an advantage in that we are talking to one another, so our communication can be a bit more quicker, a bit more slicker, so hopefully we can outplay these guys here. Because Conan, arguably, as one of the founders of the Brotherhood clan, is probably one of their better players. So here we go. I'm going to charge my guys in, and Hannibal Barker's seeing what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to charge my infantry, charge my cav, and try and take out this guy here. Now, as I'm doing that, I'm shouting over to Beast, saying, look Beast, I'm going to try and rush Hannibal, give us a hand. So Beast is going to help me. He's sending in his cav. You can see his 6 Praetorian cav. These guys are going to absolutely pelt it down here. So between Beast's cav, my infantry, we should be able to absolutely wrap out Hannibal Barker. So if you've got a stopwatch anytime now, I'd say start counting away and see how long it takes to take out Hannibal Barker. So I've got my cav in there, infantry's coming in, these guys are surrounded, they're all now going to start to rout anytime now. I've put this infantry here just to help Beast, and in comes Beast with a cav charge. You can see he's about to come down here. He's probably selected this unit. He's going to try and charge straight through. So let's have a look at this mayhem. His Praetorian cav is just munching straight through these urbans. So you've got 1, 2, 3 urbans routed. Now my guys are now going to come in at this angle. They have been absolutely pulverised. Now, what should have happened is that Conan, who had his cav here, should have really gone over to assist. The Brutii player is now coming over to assist, but that's going to be too late. In all honesty, we should be able to wrap up Hannibal Barker by the time that cav comes down. In the meantime, what's going to happen now? They're going to aggressively push forward here. One thing that you've noticed here with Conan, he's actually used his cav and he's going to charge actually straight forward, straight into these pike units. Now, most pike units, you can't really do this manoeuvre, but with these Thracian pikes, as they're pretty shoddy, they should be able to push straight through, and they should be able to cause a bit of a mass panic. So we'll see what happens here. You can see his guys are crunching through. That's caused a bit of a rout, and now he's probably going to try and follow it up now with his infantry. Now the Brutii players realise there's little that he can really do to help out his ally. He's now going to swing his cav around the side here and try and envelop and surround Cleo. So it looks pretty dire on this side here. If we just pause it for 2 seconds, we'll go over here. Now Hannibal Barker's pretty much on his last knees at the moment. My guys have encircled his units. Beast is going to come in probably for 1 more cav charge anytime now. He's probably going to aim for these guys here.
This is no way for a Roman to behave.
There we go.
Shame will be his forever.
But in the meantime,
General runs away.
Looks like Beast has lost his general. He's just routed, and Cleo has been absolutely slaughtered here with all these Brutii cav, Julii infantry. You can see there is mass panic, and then the Brutii infantry is slamming straight forward. These guys are going to be absolutely pulverised. But Brutii, sorry, if we have a look here, we've finished off the SPQR player. Now I'm going to basically run all our guys back over to this neck of the battle to help out our allies here. And our allies are basically they're trying to hold their ground against Conan. They're trying to hold their ground against the Brutii. You can see they've got a nice little formation here, but sneakily the Brutii players managed to get his guys around the side here. What you should really do is get them right here where my cursor is. He wants to get them there. Don't bother about going in for a little slice charge. Get them here and do one big hammer and anvil. Should be able to mass rout them out. So in the meantime, Beast's cav has now come back. He's now going to try and slam his guys into the back of these urbans. But Conan has seen this, and you can see Conan has turned his guys around to try and face this cav. So in comes Beast's cav. It's not going to do too much damage because Conan's managed to turn his guys around. So he needs to try and get his guys out there as soon as possible. But all of a sudden Beast's cav starts to rout. They will come back, I think. My guys are slowly, they're running over. They're pretty knackered. They're winded. But the one good thing is I haven't actually used any of my peeler here. So when it comes to this duel, I should have the peeler advantage if I don't already have the infantry advantage. So Thrace has routed, but some of his guys have come back. What's going to happen now? It's going to be a bit of an Alamo, a bit of Rourke's Drift, a bit of the last stand here. We've got Beast and Clea going to get their guys into a nice little formation, a defensive formation. They know they can't go on the attack because they haven't got enough infantry. It's just a case of waiting for my guys to come in to try and help out to assist. A nice little move that Conan's done. Now I'm not sure if he's done it purposely, but he's thrown forward one of his urbans. These guys, they're going to lose, of course, against all of the overwhelming units, but what they will do is they will buy time for these guys because my infantry will get snagged upon these two units here. So I'm not sure if this was an accidental thing or really well thought out. I'm probably going to go for the latter of those two. So it's a nice little manoeuvre that these guys are doing. As you can see, thrown them forward, probably stuck them into guard mode, but by doing that, even though they're going to instantaneously rout, they have held or stopped the my army pushing forward, which is buying them time to get into a decent formation. So here we go, you can see Cleo and Beast in that nice little defensive formation here. Now it looks like Conan's going to try and push forward to take them out. And what's going to happen now is Conan's going to unleash his peel up any second now, I imagine, and absolutely slaughter these Thracian pikes. Well, here they go, you can see they're coming in there, taking them out. There's very little that these guys can do apart from just hold their ground. But what I have managed to do is get my guys into formation. So I've got my central force, I've got my left and my right wing. Now one thing that I do notice, my guys are glitching at this stage. If you keep your eye out on my general unit and this unit, they keep on falling backwards. And also this cav unit here is going to start to actually glitch. I'm trying to get this cav unit to move, but they refuse to move, they kind of just stuck still. I'm going to push my infantry forward to get them into peeler range. And then I'll throw and unleash my peeler right into these guys. But here we go. These units start retreating backwards for some reason. I'm not asking them to retreat, but it's part of a glitch. So because of that, that's going to have a detrimental effect to my guys. I am throwing peeler into these guys, but these guys keep on retreating backwards and this cav unit refused to move. In the meantime here, it looks like Conan is really pushing hard against Cleo and pushing hard against Beast, and you can see his guys are all starting to rout. Some of these units may actually come back, but Beast's now going to get his cav and just get them out of there. There's no point being there. So I'm going to throw my infantry back in there. I don't know why they keep on running away. As you can see, they keep on retreating backwards. I'm going to push forward. I'll ask them to push forward any second now. And then Beast is going to come in with his cav and try and charge into the back of my guys here. In the meantime, I've got some of my cav here which has come back from routing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, to be honest. I think it's a bit of a blunder. I should really move them out. But you can see It's now myself versus the Brutii player. I've won on this little wing here. I'm going to engage my forces, and Beast is probably going to use his cav now to do a decent cav charge right into the thick of these Brutii units, and by doing that it's going to cause a nice little rout. I've swung some of my infantry units around the side here, and I really want to do is just encircle these Brutii units. If I can surround them, we can get them all finished off. So let's get a little close up of this glorious action. These guys are absolutely getting toasted. Conan's got his guys back into formation. Beast's general has come back. Now it's come back twice after routing. The reason why it's done that is because he's got so many chevron upgrades on his general, which is always good for his army. So there's a little tip there what Beast likes to do with his chevron. So it's always hard to take out Beast's general because he does that little manoeuvre. So in comes Beast's cav again. It's going to charge straight into the thick of it. There we go.
It is time to press the attack.
So Brutii is finished. Well, Hannibal Barker's pretty much finished. He's got this one archer unit, but his archer unit is just shooting at my cav unit, which is glitched. So it's not really going to do too much damage. Now it's just a case of finishing off Conan's units. So Conan's general, is it there? Yep, there he is, his badass general. He's running around trying to inspire his troops. He's probably going to get slaughtered any time now. But we stick his guys there to try and boost the morale. He's probably slamming the F key there to try and get the lift the morale for his units. But in comes my cav, in comes Beast's cav. Here we go, 3 kills all around, slaughtered them. So that was an epic battle there. Really good, well played using Thrace there for Cleo. As I say, it's pretty tough using that faction. They don't really do much apart from just hold their ground, and even if they do hold their ground, they're not great at holding their ground. So if you want to get good at pikes, if you want to maybe give yourself a disadvantage, definitely bring Thrace, because they're not the best faction to use by any stretch of imagination. So if we have a look at the kills, Titans Beast got in a decent 1433 kills. I've got in 1764 kills. Majority of which will probably be from aggressively taking out Hannibal Barker. Cleo got in a staggering 1,000 kills, considering that his guys pretty much just stand still. That's a very good kill count for Thrace. Hannibal Barker only got in about 465 kills, and that's basically because he got rushed at the very beginning. Conan got in a staggering 1,911 kills, and that's basically because he was attacking Thrace. Attacking Thrace is like shooting rats in a barrel. You know, they're not really going to do too much damage, and you'll be able to seriously clock up those kills against Thrace. And then last but not least, we've got the HBG clan member, which is RNK is Glamorous, and he's got in a decent amount of kills on par with Beast. So it's a clear victory to us. Well played in the opposition there, well played to the team play, and hope you guys enjoy that. So this is Biscuits signing off, wishing you all the best, and hopefully I'll catch you guys soon online, okay? Bye now.